Hello, I'm Councilmember Mike Diaz, and today we're going to talk about our Coyote Management Plan that I'm going to put together. The sign behind you was a sign that we just had installed just about a month or so ago, and it's because of all the coyote attacks that we had here in Chula Vista, and specifically in Southwest Chula Vista. Again, I'm Mike Diaz. I'm your representative here in Southwest Chula Vista, and today I want to talk to you about the coyote issues and how we can deal with them in your home, and what I'm doing at the city level to protect you and your family and your pets from coyote attacks. The first thing I want to tell you is that coyotes are actually an important part of our ecosystem. You know, they help reduce the populations of mice and rats and gophers, skunks, squirrels, and many other small animals, and so they are important to us, and we have to live with them. So my plan is going to be one that is responsible and respects the environment, as well as ensuring public safety. And so there is a balancing act with that. So let's talk about what brings the coyotes into your neighborhoods, in your homes, in your backyards and stuff. It is basically what we call attractants. People are actually luring these coyotes into our neighborhoods. And the way we do that is with food, water, shelter, and unattended pets. So let's talk about the food first. The first thing we want to talk about is food. And the food is, people tend to, number one, we got the signs out here that we put up, they are feeding wildlife. Here in the we're right here at Loma Verde Park area, and behind me here, or in front of me, is the Max Field, and we've actually seen people feeding wildlife and coyotes, and all that does is makes them comfortable around humans, and next thing you know, they're getting closer and closer to our homes and then into our backyards. And so food is a big issue, and we ask also that you do not leave food outside in your home, in your backyards, because again, that is an attractant, and it lures the coyotes into your homes. And so, like with Shyla, my dog here, I feed her on a schedule, and I'm not saying how you should feed your dog, but that's how I do mine. She gets fed so many times a day, and we pull the food tray as soon as she gets done, so there's never any food outside. The other things that you can do is make sure that you don't have any fruit laying around if you have fruit trees, because those as well are food and attract the coyotes into your properties. The next thing that we can do is water. Again, if you can feed your pets water inside, that is always a great idea. For me, it's not possible. Shyla is a Tasmanian devil when it comes to water. She splashes everywhere. So we do feed her outside, but what we did is decided to put up motion sensing lights. So in the evening, the coyotes don't like motion sensing lights, and so that kind of is a way to mitigate having kind of like water outside. The other thing too is shelters. If you have a shed in the backyard and it's above ground, sometimes that creates a shelter for coyotes to create dens in your home. So look for those crawl spaces and decks and things like that, and secure those, and now you're not going to have a problem with coyotes. And lastly, unattended pets. Shyla is a bigger dog. She's a German Shepherd, and so it's typically not a problem with coyotes, but smaller dogs should not be left unattended outside. If you take them outside, please try and be with your pets. Okay, let's talk about feral cats. If you love feral cats, what we ask is that you feed them on a schedule just like Shyla, and that way they know when the food is there. You can feed them on that schedule, and then just pull the food right away. The other thing is provide the feral cat an escape route. Don't box them in an area in your home where if a coyote comes in, they have no escape route. And again, if you see any coyotes, you can always haze them and try to scare them away and try to change the behavior. So we just talked about hazing. Let's talk about that. Hazing is a great thing that we can do, and the idea is to train the coyotes and change their behavior so that they don't come into our neighborhoods. That's what I do with Shyla. It's continual training, and so we change the behavior to have Shyla do what I want her to do. We could do the same thing with coyotes, but any time that you see a coyote in the neighborhood, we ask that you would haze them. And how do you haze them? Well, first thing is you become big, make loud noises, spray water on them. For me, when I go on my walks, I have a little horn that I can blow, and it's loud, and it'll scare the coyote away. Those are the kind of things that you can do to change the behavior of the coyotes. And so after a while, and if we all do it, we can change their behavior so they do not feel comfortable in our neighborhoods, and they'll stay right here in open space where they belong, and reducing the population of other animals which we want. My plan is also going to include, by the way, reporting. We have at Chula Vista. I'm hoping to put that on at Chula Vista, where folks can report encounters with coyotes, so that we as the city can then track them and find out where the problem areas are, and maybe we can go in the neighborhoods, do some education, and as a last resort, we can do some trapping. Yes, I did say trapping. I know it's very, very controversial, but this council member, being a 30-year firefighter, public safety has always been the #1 thing for me. My job is to keep you and your family safe. So in those cases, in the rare cases where we need to trap, the city will hire a trapper to deal with those very, very aggressive coyotes. And so that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can always email me at mdiaz, that's MDIAZ, at chulavistaca.gov. Thank you for watching again, and God bless.